After a couple of hours, Dad finally cracked. Dad waited for Mom to go to bed, and then he typed Roderick's whole paper for him. So I guess this means Roderick's system is safe, at least for now. I have a book report due tomorrow, but I'm really not sweeting it. I found the secret to doing book reports a long time ago. I've been milking the same book for the past 5 years. Sherlock Sammy does it again. There are about 20 short stories in Sherlock Sammy Does It Again, but I just treat each story like it's a whole book, and the teacher never notices it. These Sherlock Sammy stories are all the same. Some grown-up commits a crime, and then Sherlock Sammy figures it out and makes the person look stupid. I'm kind of an expert at writing books reports by now. All you have to do is write exactly what the teacher wants to hear, and you are all set. October Monday. There was a kid named Chirag Gupta who was one of my friends last year, but he moved away in June. His family had a big going away party, and the whole neighborhood came, but I guess Chirag's family must have changed their mind. Because today Chirag was back in school. Everyone was happy to see Chirag again, but a couple of us decided to have a little fun with him before officially welcoming him back. So we basically pretended he was still gone. I have to admit, it was pretty funny. At lunch, Chirag sat next to me. I had an extra chocolate chip cookie in my lunch bag, and I made a big deal about it. Okay, so maybe that one was a little cruel. I guess we'll probably let Chirag off the hook tomorrow. But then again, this invisible Chirag thing could turn into the next PU, Tuesday. Okay, so the invisible Chirag joke is still going, and the whole class is in on it now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or anything, but I think I might have class clown in the bag for dreaming this one up. In science, the teacher asked me to count the number of kids in the classroom so she'd know how many pairs of safety goggles to get out of the closet. So I made a big show of counting everyone in the room except Chirag. Well, that really set Chirag off. He got up and started yelling. It was really hard to stare straight ahead and act like he wasn't there. I wanted to tell him that we never said he wasn't a human being. It's just that he's an invisible human being. But I managed to keep my mouth shut. Before you go and say I'm a bad friend for teasing Chirag, let me just say this in my own defense. I'm smaller than about 95% of the kids at my school, so when it comes to find someone I can actually pick on, my options are really pretty limited. And besides, I'm not 100% to blame for dreaming up this idea. Believe it or not, I got the idea from Mom. This one time when I was a kid, I was playing under the kitchen table, and Mom came looking for me. I don't know what made me do it, but I decided to play a joke on Mom and stay hidden. Mom went all around the house calling my name. I think she must have finally seen me under the kitchen table, but she still pretended she didn't know where I was. I thought it was pretty funny, and I probably would have stayed hidden under there for a little while more, but Mom finally got me to crack when she said she was gonna give my gumball machine to Roderick. So if you want to point fingers on the invisible Chirag joke, now you know who's really to blame. Thursday. Well, yesterday Chirag pretty much given up on trying to get anyone in our class to talk to him, but today he found our weakness. I forgot all about Rowdy. When the joke first started up, I made sure to keep him away from Chirag, because I had a feeling Rowdy would blow this joke. but I guess I kind of got too cocky and let my grog done. Chirag started working on Rowdy at lunch, and he came really close to getting him to crack. I could tell Rowdy was about to say something, so I had to act quick. I told everyone there was a floating corn dog hovering above our lunch table, and then I plucked it up out of the air and ate it into bites. So thanks to my quick thinking, we were able to keep the joke going. But that really made Chirag mad. He started punching my arm, but of course I had to pretend like I didn't notice. And let me tell you, that wasn't easy to do. Chirag might be small, but that kid can really punch. Friday. Well, I guess Chirag must have complained to a teacher about my little joke, because today I got called down to the front office. When I got to Vice Principal Roy's room, he was pretty mad. He knew all about how I started the joke, and he gave me a speech about respecting destinies and all that. But luckily, Mr. Roy got one crucial fact wrong, and that was the identity of the person we were playing the joke on. So that made the apology part a whole lot easier. Mr. Roy seemed pretty satisfied with my apology, and he let me go without even tacking on any detention. I've always heard that when Mr. Roy is done chewing a kid out, he sends them off with a pat on the back and a lollipop, and now I can tell you firsthand that is true. Saturday. Rowdy's birthday party is tomorrow, so Mom took me to the mall to get him a gift. I picked out this cool video game that just came out, and I handed it to Mom so she could pay for it. But Mom said I had to buy it with my own money. I told Mom that, first of all, I have zero money, and second of all, if I did have any money, I wouldn't be wasting it on Rowdy. Mom didn't seem too happy with what I said. But it's not my fault I'm broken. I actually had a job that summer, but the people I worked for stiffed on me, so I didn't earn a single penny. We have these neighbors named the Fullers who live a few doors up, and they go away on vacation every summer. They usually leave their dog, Princess, in the kennel. But this year they told me they'd pay me $5 a day to feed Princess and take her out. I figured I'd earn enough to buy a whole pile of video games with that kind of money. But I guess Princess is gun-shy about going to the bathroom in front of the strangers, so I ended up spending a lot of time standing around in the hot sun waiting for the dumb dog to hurry up and go. I'd wait and nothing would happen, and then I'd just take Princess back inside. But every time I'd leave, Princess would make a big mess in the foyer, and I'd have to clean it up the next day. Toward the end of the summer, I got smart and realized it would be a whole lot easier to just clean up all the Princess messes at once instead of doing it every single day. So I fed her and let her do her business on the foyer floor for about 2 weeks. Then the day before the Fullers were due back, I headed up the hill with all my cleaning supplies. But guess what? The Fullers cut their trip short and got home a day early. I guess they didn't know it's polite to call ahead and let people know when your plan has changed.